Hi, so I'm guessing you clicked on this video to see what zero kill wins are and how to do them. Well, today I'm going to show you how we're going to do this. In this video we will go over planning, certain strategies, loadouts, and how to survive the everlasting gas. And once we have done this, I will show some real games to show how my thought process is and how I decide what decisions I do or don't do. Timestamps to specific sections based on what you need are available in the description. So for this strategy, there's a specific weapon you need to use. It's called the Superior 46. It's faster than a knife, and the attachments you need to get it to the faster variation is the 21 mag, the jack slash underbarrel, any muzzle of your choice, but I picked the Forge DX90F because it has no reduced sprint speed or anything else. For the barrel you need the Bore 99 short barrel, and then for the stock you need the Rescue 9 stock. So your secondary is a riot shield. Now the reason we're going to need to use the riot shield is for the first reason, which is we need to hide. And the second reason is when we're running away, we don't want people to shoot us in our back, so we need that as well. Now the camo you can choose is called the Shadow Stalker camo. It's in the stripes section. You probably have it unlocked. This is what it looks like. It pretty much makes your riot shield into black with a little bit of a stripe design. You can use this or either use the default. And then for the rest of your loadout, you want to be using a smoke, throwing knife, and then for your perk package you have two choices. Either you use Mountaineer, Irradiated, Resupply, and Resolute, or you can take out Mountaineer and use Double Time. So you can either choose to have more attack sprint, or you can either choose to be able to jump from positions where you normally wouldn't be able to evade enemies. So those are the decisions you can make. So you're also going to have a secondary loadout, but the only difference is going to be is that you have a stim as your tactical. Now the purpose of having two loadouts is so that whenever you need to choose either your smokes or stims depending on your situation, you can. As well, when you cash in your key card, make sure that you have favorited the one that you want it from. I have done it for the smokes because usually smokes are harder to get. Now that we've discussed the basics, let's get on with the video. When going for a zero kill win, most of your game is going to be spent on prepping for the endgame, which means acquiring items such as self revives, spare plates, gas masks, munitions, spare PDSs, your loadout, and possibly foresight and specialist, which are both available from completing elite contracts. And lastly is having as much money as possible to take part in the fire sale. So when you're going for wins in this way, the most important thing is to not get noticed by the enemy. To do this, you want to be sitting in the dark area of a room on an elevated position. You also want to be sitting in the corner of a room so that your body is not viewable from any direction. Enemies usually have high alert, so if an enemy comes nearby you, you should point your shield towards the ground so that you don't set off their high alert. This works because most enemies search a room with the basic formula, which is, if I'm not being shot, then there's no one in this room. Keep in mind that if an enemy decides to stay in your room and moves around and does things like plate up or wait for next circle, you should point your shield towards them slowly so that they don't see the edge of your shield and see that there's a character behind what they think is just a piece of furniture. Fire sale happens at precisely 1 minute and 6 seconds every game when the third circle is initiated. If you're low on resources, you can buy a gas mask, your loadout, or anything else you need for under 8,000. If you already have your stuff, then you want to specifically go to a buy station on the edge of the current circle, or go to a buy station that is in the gas but is not closed. The reason for choosing a buy station in these particular areas is you don't want your stuff that you bought at the buy station to be taken by enemies. Once you have arrived at your chosen buy station, you want to buy specialist if you don't already have it. If you're low on cash, typically under 25k, then you just want to buy as many munitions as you can and buy the 2 self revives in the buy station if they're still there as well. The purpose of buying dozens of munitions is so that when you leave the safe zone, you can come back to this muni stack and keep popping stims to survive the gas. Gas damage is at precisely 1 second ticks. That means with 150 base HP, it will down a player in 17 seconds because it does 9 HP of damage per second. These values are with using Irradiated in your perk slot, by the way. Stim healing is also stopped by gas damage, therefore you need to time your stims between gas hits. The way you do that is by using a stim at precisely the same time the gas hits you for a tick of damage. This is important because if you pop a stim in the middle of the gas tick, you won't be able to gain full health back because the gas tick will interrupt it. When deciding to go into the gas, remember that durable gas masks give you 20 seconds of protection and regular ones give you 10 seconds. Once you're in the gas, it damages you starting at 10 HP per second. Once you've been in the gas for 50 seconds, it rises to 15 HP per second. After that, it increases by 5 HP every 10 seconds. Something to keep in mind is that Warzone 3 has a hard cap on gas plays, which is 3 minutes when you're only using stims and self revives. The best thing you can do to make surviving in the gas easier is to stay within the safe zone as long as possible. You want to leave the safe zone as late as possible so that the increased gas damage is less of a problem. If you have to make a gas play early, you should try to run back and touch the safe zone at least for a second to reset your gas timer, so that you're not at a massive disadvantage compared to other players who've been in the safe zone all the way to the end. By the way, that means the actual safe zone marked on the map. Gas masks and PDSs don't count as a safe zone and don't stop the gas damage from continuing to increase. The only way to prevent it is by stepping into the actual safe zone circle marked on your map. If you've decided to leave the safe zone, one risky but rewarding way to reset your gas timer is to use a portable redeploy station and fly over the safe zone without risking getting yourself killed. Even if you're only in the safe zone for 1 second, it will reset your gas timer and will make the gas play that you're about to do significantly easier. If one of the late game shifting circles is going to push you out into the open, bear in mind that with 2 to 4 stims you can easily skip that circle and go straight to the next one. You may burn your gas mask, but the important thing is that this will leave the enemy clueless and they won't even think of looking for a riot shield player because they never saw one in the first place. The ability to skip a circle and go straight to the following one is important because most deaths in the endgame while doing gas plays are because of bad circles that put you in unfavorable positions. So now that we've gone over the basics regarding gas plays, I will show my thought process and explain my decisions in this game on Rebirth to help you further understand the ways of doing a gas play. So for almost every Rebirth Island game, I usually go to headquarters to get the phone. So at this moment I go down usually from the front or from right there in front of me. And when I get down here, just use the key card. And then I get the phone from inside. Get all the loot. And then I usually come up here, get Vicor's key card. I jump out of here. And then I go down there. So down here is something called the Perseus key card. So I'm gonna get that from a bookshelf right here. And yeah, it's still there. So I'm gonna grab that, and that's always there, so just keep that in mind. And then I'm gonna walk to Stronghold. Now there's a guy here, so I'm gonna take a little bit of a different path. Not from the front, from the back. So, you know, I sneakily go in. Don't bash doors when you get in here. I get my advanced, I get the loadout drop, then I pop that. And once I've popped that, I get it. Either it lands in the water on the top, and then I usually either go away or try to get back on top of here if it's landed in the water. And once that's happened, I go over here and I try to refresh my smokes. So yeah, right there. And then I usually go through houses to get stims, and if there aren't any, then you know, I keep looking. So there are none here. So I decide to leave the area because gas is here. So I decide to go down here because there's no one here for the moment. It seems empty. And I still have my key card, so I trade that in to get my smokes, because that's the loadout I have favorited. And then once I've done that, I leave to go get stims or something else. So I've landed into Grandma's house now, and there should be, no, it's used, it's myself. So I still gotta search for stims right now. So I have to go check the other buildings. Oh yeah, there's loadout there, so I either go for loadout. So I get my stims from here. So now I'm in the phase of just camping. I have 36k and I just need to find a buy station where I'm gonna buy all my minis at. So I'm trying to decide which buy station based on whichever one won't get, you know, looted. Because if I choose a buy station that's too much, it's where too many people are going to go to, then it's going to be used. So I decide to go over there. So right now I get chased. It's kind of usual, you know, these guys are lighting me up, put me just below half HP. I have to run away, and yeah, they're chasing me. I'm getting away though, so no problem. I mute him because I don't want to hear him speaking whatever he's saying. And then once I get to the buy station, if the circle's already not here, I just camp. So right now I'm waiting for the third circle to initiate. So yeah, now it's gonna initiate at 106, the fire sale. So yeah, right now I go for the fire sale, and this is a good buy station to do it at. Not a lot of people go here because it's right on the edge. So I buy specialist because I don't already have it, then I make my muni stack. So I buy the 2 self-revives as well, and I keep spamming. I buy Loadout because I lost my stims because I had to use them. I think so, I think I lost my stims. Yeah, I did. So I drop my self-revives because I don't need those, I only need those when I come back here. So then I go a little bit farther from here to pop the loadie. So I pop it and I come over here to reload my smokes. And then once it drops, I use the smokes as cover and I get my stims. So now I've got my stims and stowed my smokes. I think I'm just gonna loot now, so there's no one here, so we're good. Maybe I'll get some more money. Oh, we got a self. We can go drop that in the pile. Alright, that's another self. I think there's 6 selves here now, so that's plenty for the gas plate. So now we're just back to looting a little bit and just waiting at this point, waiting for the circle to finish. Now that the circle has been shown for the next one, we go in that direction. We have some smokes here, so we decide to take them because it's not gonna take us long to get our smokes back then if we already have some on the ground that we claim. So then I decide to go in this direction. It's more in the circle, more in the middle, so it's better positioning. We don't have to move much. Some people are nearby, but they're not. Yeah, I just got pinged right there, but no problem. You know, they're behind me, so I can run away. So I decided to stay here now for the time being, and I gotta wait a while now. So, and then now that we're finally being forced to move, finally, I have to go now. So I get my stuff reloaded. I see there's mines there, so I don't want to go outside that direction. So this is a bad circle. There's 2 buildings, small ones, next to each other. The good news is there's a little gap between them, so I can't go in that direction. Those guys' mines there, so I have to go through here. I get pinged, and then yeah. So I decide to go for a long rotation gas play. So I go up here, and when I get here I see the people, so I decide to stay here instead of getting in the circle. So I pop my advance, and the benefit of that advance now is I know if people are on my side. So now the tricky part of this is that I have to keep turning side to side, so that's what I keep doing now. And luckily, because my advance, I know where people are, so I don't have to deal with them randomly sneaking up on me. So I know there's a guy in front of me. Yeah, and now I know they're both all of them are at my right side, and now I just keep turning. I keep popping smoke so that they don't know that I'm here, because if they do know, then I'm gonna get attacked. So for the time being, I still have enough smokes, and now I'm on my last one. So I keep turning. They're all on my left side, luckily now, so they're on the lower part of the hill. I'm out of smokes now, and this guy sees me, and I run away now. So once I've ran away, I usually try to take a path that I won't get shot at, so I go in these tunnels. I then decide to go through this building right here instead of going in the open. So once I've got here, I just keep going. So I left around 30 seconds when there was left, so gas take is going to take a little bit while to get me, and I have plenty of self revives and a bunch of munis, so I should be good. So right now I'm just popping stims, trying to get my health back up. Because of how many munitions I have, I don't have to stim time that heavily. I can actually use them whenever I want, you know. So for the time being, I'm feeling good, you know, no problem. Game is looking good. I'm dropping these plates so I can hold more stims. So I just keep doing that for the time being. So as I can see, there's the last team alive. They have a full squad. So I gotta outlive a full squad right now. So right now I'm just popping stims. Nobody's dying yet, so
2 people have died, so now it's just 1v2, 1v2, so we're popping our stims, but we won. So yeah, that's how we did it on Rebirth Island. Not that difficult, you know. You have to get a little bit lucky, you know, with people not chasing you, but as you saw, one team did chase me, but you know, that wasn't a problem. We outran them. In certain situations, you want to be holding your stims in your hands so that if you're running through an area and enemies don't kill you, you know, because that sometimes is a problem. But either way, we got the win. So that's how you guys do it, and GG, you know, peace out.